Let's boost your English skills.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Boost English podcast. I'm Olivia, your host. It's just me today, no special guests, but I'll do my best to keep you entertained. This show is here to help you practice English in a natural, conversational way. Ready to learn and have some fun? Let's jump right in. Whether you're commuting, cooking, or just relaxing, I'm happy to be your companion for the next little while. Today, I've chosen a topic that I think we can all relate to. 5 simple ways to untangle your thoughts. We've all had those moments, right? Times when your mind feels crowded and hectic, like an overstuffed closet. You look for clarity, but end up feeling even more confused. It's not always easy to find a neat solution when so many ideas and worries are spinning around in your brain. Sometimes it's work deadlines, sometimes it's family or relationship worries, or maybe it's just everyday stress. How about you? Have you ever felt like your mind was a tangled ball of yarn? Well, let's see what we can do about that. In this episode, I'll share 5 ideas that can help you sort through the chaos in your head. These methods are practical, simple, and fit easily into everyday life. By the way, if you're new here, you'll quickly notice I like to keep things casual and conversational because this podcast is all about boosting your English skills in a fun way. You can think of me as a friendly voice helping you practice. Ready to dive in? Let's jump into our main topic now. 5 simple ways to untangle your thoughts. Method number 1, write it all down. This might sound obvious, but writing is one of the most effective ways to get clarity. When your thoughts seem complicated or scattered, try capturing them on paper or in a digital document. When I'm overwhelmed, I open my journal and scribble down whatever is on my mind. It doesn't need to be neat or grammatically correct. Just let your words flow. You'll often see patterns or repeated concerns that you hadn't noticed before. It's like turning a messy cloud of thoughts into words you can actually examine. How about you? Have you tried this? If not, give it a shot. You might be surprised at how much lighter you feel afterward. Method number 2, talk it out with a friend or yourself. Sometimes vocalizing your worries is the best way to understand them. Whenever I have a tough decision to make, I call a close friend or family member. As soon as I start explaining my problem, I realize which parts I'm certain about and which parts still confuse me. If you don't have someone you trust to talk to, don't worry. Try speaking to yourself. It might feel odd at first, but it can be incredibly helpful. Maybe record a voice note on your phone or talk while washing dishes. By forming sentences and expressing your concerns out loud, you force yourself to articulate exactly what's on your mind. You might even say, "Oh, that's what's bothering me," right? Method number 3, go for a walk. I love this one because it's simple, free, and often surprisingly effective. Sometimes a brisk walk in fresh air does wonders. It helps clear the fog in my mind, and I often come back with new perspectives. If you live near a park or a peaceful trail, even better, nature has a calming effect. But if you're in a city, that's okay too. Just stepping outside and noticing your surroundings can reset your thoughts. You might see a friendly neighbor, discover a new shop, or simply enjoy the rhythm of your footsteps. By the time you return, your mind might feel less tangled. Method number 4, create a priority list. If you're like me, you sometimes have too many ideas floating around, projects, errands, goals, obligations. Without a plan, it's easy to feel overwhelmed, right? That's where a priority list comes in. Write down everything you need or want to do. Then label each item. Is this urgent, important, or optional? By categorizing your tasks, you'll know what to tackle first. This helps you focus on what truly matters and gives you a sense of control. No more letting random worries fight for your attention. You decide which to handle first, which to handle later, and which you can safely ignore. Sounds good, doesn't it? Method number 5, take a moment to breathe and meditate. When your thoughts are racing, you might feel restless or even anxious. Taking just a minute for mindful breathing can make a difference. Try this simple pattern. Inhale slowly for 4 seconds, hold for 4 seconds, exhale for 4 seconds, and then pause for 4 seconds. Repeat that a few times. Doing so will slow your heart rate and calm your mind. If you want to go a step further, there are tons of free guided meditation apps you can explore. Meditation doesn't have to be complicated. Think of it as a chance to give your brain a quick break. Sometimes in that quiet space, your best ideas or solutions will surface. It's amazing how a little stillness can bring clarity. Would you be willing to try it? So, to recap, my 5 methods for untangling your thoughts are: write it all down, talk it out, go for a walk, create a priority list, and take time to breathe or meditate. Each of these might seem simple, but simplicity can be surprisingly powerful. I use at least one of these approaches whenever I feel overwhelmed by mental clutter. Trust me, they've saved me from countless headaches and moments of confusion. What about you? Do any of these ideas resonate with you? If so, why not start testing them today? Don't feel like you have to try all 5 at once, though. Pick one that feels right for you and see how it goes. Now, before we wrap up, let's spend a few minutes reviewing some words and phrases that might have sounded difficult. After all, this is an English learning podcast, and I want to make sure you understand what we discussed. Learning new vocabulary in context is a fantastic way to grow your language skills. The first word is overwhelmed. You might feel overwhelmed when too many responsibilities or emotions pile up at once. It's that feeling of not knowing what to do first because everything seems urgent. Next, articulate. When you articulate something, you express it clearly and effectively. Talking your thoughts out loud encourages you to articulate your concerns in a logical way. We also use the word tangled. Tangled means twisted together in a confusing mess like headphones in your pocket. Figuratively, it describes messy or jumbled thoughts. Another term, perspectives. A perspective is a particular way of viewing or understanding something. Going for a walk, for instance, might give you a new perspective on your problems. Convoluted also came up. It means extremely complex or difficult to follow. When your thoughts are convoluted, they're tangled up in a complicated way. Let's look at categorizing. When you categorize, you put things into groups based on shared qualities. In a priority list, you categorize your tasks by importance or urgency. The word anxious might sound familiar. Feeling anxious is similar to feeling nervous or worried about something. If your mind is cluttered, that anxiety can build up. Also, stillness. Stillness is the absence of motion or noise. During meditation or deep breathing, you aim for stillness in your surroundings and in your mind, allowing clarity to emerge. Obligations is another term. Obligations are tasks or responsibilities you must do, like paying bills or caring for a family member. They can weigh on your mind if not addressed. Finally, resonate. If something resonates with you, it means it strikes a chord in your mind or heart. It feels relevant or meaningful to your situation. These words form part of a richer English vocabulary, and practicing them often will help you remember them. Try using them in your own sentences. For example, you could say, "I feel overwhelmed by my obligations," or "Meditation creates a sense of stillness that helps me think clearly." The more you experiment with new words, the more comfortable you'll become in using them naturally. Now, I want to emphasize that these 5 methods aren't a magic cure for every problem, but they're solid tools to help you regain balance when your mind is spinning. Like any skill, learning to manage your thoughts takes practice. Sometimes writing will work best. Other times, you might just need a brisk walk or a deep breathing session. Over time, you'll figure out which approach is most effective for you, right? And there we have it, 5 simple ways to untangle your thoughts, plus a mini vocabulary lesson for good measure. I hope this episode has given you practical tips to try and help you strengthen your English listening comprehension. Small, consistent steps really do make a big difference in language learning and in life. Thank you so much for tuning in today. I appreciate you spending this time with me, and I hope it was both informative and engaging. If you found value in today's episode, consider sharing it with a friend who might also benefit. After all, learning together can be extra motivating. Until next time, keep practicing your English every day in little ways. Maybe by writing in a journal, chatting with a friend, or revisiting your favorite episodes of the Boost English podcast. Stay curious, take care of your mental space, and remember that you have the power to calm your mind whenever it feels too crowded. That's all from me, Olivia, on this solo ride. Thank you again for joining me on the Boost English podcast. Take good care, and I'll talk to you soon.